It's week 5 of the National Football League. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. He comes in 3rd in the league in passing touchdowns. It's the Chiefs and the Pats. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. And just like that, the season has reached October. Joined by Brock Hewitt up here in the booth. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, I don't know about you, but I always feel like the smells start to change in October. It just really starts to smell like fall, smell like football, second month of the regular season. And these next few games take on a greater importance moving forward.
Gosh, I wish I had a sense of smell. Mine is so bad, but I love what you're cooking.
Not a kicker or a punter here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're off from Arrowhead. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. Oh, hang on there. Hang on a moment. Looks like we've got an injured player on the kick return. They're going to check on him now. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Right to the air with May. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Back to the air. It's May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Might just be a little late to get the ground game going, opening up this game with back-to-back passes. But when you come out of the gate slow and you put yourself behind the sticks, you really don't get in that rhythm you want to find early.
Now May on 3rd and long. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Patriots punt team coming out with former 6th-rounder Bryce Baringer to do the honors. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game you had last week, stuffing the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the 1 interception, and his effort was enough to be one of the pillars in their win, and certainly some momentum to build on today.
Brought in right side. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Tracked down by Robert Spillane.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 37. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Finds a seam down the middle. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds his man, it's Worthy. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Sean Murphy-Bunting ranging over for that stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They kick the running back in motion. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. Well, Brock, we normally talk about complimentary football at some point every week. So how about the way they've begun this one, huh? Force a punt and then cash it in for 6 on their opening drive.
Can we do it every game?
It feels like it. Almost every game, yeah.
I think you're right, because that's what the NFL is about. We all know the margins are so small in this league, and the team that typically plays the complimentary ball is typically the team that wins.
Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. New England taking the field. Its second series of the game coming up. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Give him 13 on that play. And the Patriots will have a first down. Another run for Henry. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Dallas Flowers has it. And the Chiefs are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
That is just a big-time individual effort, Kate, defensively. First, he takes the ball away, and then he's looking for points, right? He turns from defense to offense, and one more move, and he might have broken it to the house.
The Chiefs sending their offense out for the second time this game. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
It's incomplete. Risky throw to the sideline. They're lucky that defender didn't keep on going down the sideline there. It's going to be second down. Here's Mahomes. They'll get it to Rashee Rice. Complete. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. Lone back gets the handoff. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
He smartly won't risk something here, just chucks it away. So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. To the air, Mahomes. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete.
Yeah, I understand why this crowd and these fans were celebrating a touchdown, but not so fast. Catch, yeah, that looked good, but you got to get both feet down too.
And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. And look at this return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. And things have gone from bad to worse in their 2 drives. Hopefully the third time's the charm for them. They find some success. Here's the pistol snap to May. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. On play action, here's May. Got his target, it's Baker. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a New England first down. On the gun, it's May. Complete, Derrick Henry. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Justin Reed with the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. To the air yet again, May. This one taken in by Baker. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. May now from the gun. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money, a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Drew Tranquill brings him to the ground. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, here's May. Caught for big yards on the right side. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. It's a gain of 29 yards. And the Patriots will have a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. May looking to throw. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
This defense could not make a bigger statement out of the gate with this game. Man, the lead up to a ball game, trash talk. Right, things said in the paper, bulletin board material, whatever it is. This defense took something personal, Kate, and they are taking it out on this quarterback.
4th down is going to bring out Joey Sly and the Patriots field goal unit for the first time. It's on the right hash for this 39-yarder. Up and good from Joseph. And that'll get him back to 11.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Starting from the 5. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
That type of start, well, you won it all 17 games of the season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Completed over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They will not get another play off. We're at the end of one. The scoreboard reads 14-3. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here's 2nd and 7. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Blitz coming, Mahomes. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
No return on that punt. And the Pats will take over. Here's New England ready once again on offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. He tucks it and takes off. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
First down throw for May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Going play action. May fights off the... This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this first half. You better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate, it has been a brutal couple quarters, and if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
Bryce Baringer on now to punt. His first punt win 50. This is away and looks even better. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Back to throw, Mahomes. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
from the 46. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
Brings up third down and 3 yards to go.
Throwing is Mahomes. Hauled in left side. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs push their lead to 18. Reed now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. The Patriots running their offense out there. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
To the air on 1st down. May completes this one to Baker. He's got to gain a 6 there. Jaden Hicks there on the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. May. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Here's May. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
May on 1st and 10. Right side and into the hands of Douglas. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. 16 yards on the play. And that's a New England 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. May now. We've got a screen to the running back. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Where I sit and judge a defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down. A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Brown with a return here. Return's looking good so far. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
From the 42. Completes this one to Gray. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
Give him 32 on the play, and it'll be first down, Kansas City.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Running back sent in motion. First and 10, it's Mahomes. Caught by Deebo Samuel. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Second and 6 coming up here.
At the 18-yard line.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Play action, Mahomes. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Chiefs make it a 3-possession game. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs grow the lead now to 22 points. Reed now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The New England offense running out now. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. It's Henry on the counter. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Justin Reed with the tackle. They get 6, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. It's the Patriots, who have second and 4. From the gun, it's May. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. May now from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Complete to Pearsall. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Give him 13 on that play. And the Patriots will have a first down. Here's the pistol snap to May. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. To the air yet again, May. Gets it quickly to Douglas. And he's taken down at the 30. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. First and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, here's May. Has him on the quick hitter. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're first to 3. Second and 1. Finds him over the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's second. They'll come up first and 10. Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. And this is down all the way to the 3. To throw, here's May. And he scores. It's a New England touchdown. The Patriots chop some of the lead off before the half. Javon Baker with the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
That one splits the uprights. And the Patriots cut the lead down to 15. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
They send a tight end in motion. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Here comes the final play of our first half. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. First down, and they go right back to him. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. So that brings us to halftime here in KC. It's the Chiefs who've got the advantage heading into the locker rooms. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And in the second quarter, it's the Bears who are out in front. Caleb Williams has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Bryce Young, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. C.J. Stroud, terrific in the victory as his guys upped their mark to 4-1 now. In the first half, we saw some strong play from Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. He had it going right away. 2 touchdown passes in the first quarter, 2 more in the second. 4 touchdown passes all told. And he's likely not done yet.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And our team in the truck putting these highlights together, well, they certainly had plenty of touchdowns to choose from. 4 of them, actually. Though the way he's been playing, Brock, you cannot count on him being done reaching that end zone just yet. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 38 out of the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Hits his running back.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Sending a receiver left. Back to the air, Mahomes. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Jelani Tavai picks it off. And the Patriots will take over as he records his first interception of our season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL. And especially in the second half, you have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Made a throw it. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Complete out to the right side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while, that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen. Play goes nowhere.
Now May on 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Patriots have their punting unit out. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. And you can see in these clips quite an extensive highlight reel he's put together in what is a 4-touchdown game for him already.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say this guy's in the zone. I know in hoops, sometimes shooters say that hoop looks and that basket looks enormous. But I know on a golf course, you're thinking, man, everything is a birdie. For this guy today, 4 touchdowns on the ledger, he's made it look easy.
On target to Worthy. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 2nd and 3 now. From the 48. He's got a man left. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. They kick the running back in motion. From the 33 on 2nd down. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Finds his man, it's Worthy. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs grow the lead now to 22 points. Reed now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. They've got first down from the 31. May now. Finds him on the slant. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
They send him left out of the slot. Out of the gun, Henry. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Drew Tranquill brings him to the ground. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7. Going play action, May. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Hauled in by Worthy. And he'll get it up to the 44. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's across midfield into Patriots territory. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 49-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Out left, Worthy makes the ground. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs.
Another throw for Mahomes. Hauled in by Gray. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
At the 37-yard line.
Throwing again, Mahomes. Finds his man, Gray. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Off play action, it's Mahomes. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs grow their lead yet again. Reed now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Patriots offense all set to go. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. May now from the gun. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Turning to Henry on 3rd. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. It's a gain of only 1 yard. That's going to leave him with a 4th and 2.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That excitement brings us to the end of the quarter. They'll have a shiny new set of downs to play with to start the 4th. It's Chiefs football, and they've got to feel pretty good about this score entering the 4th. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll take this forward to the 20 before they take him down to the turf. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
At the 20-yard line.
Another carry for him. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
And he's up across the 20 before going out of bounds.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a 1st down.
Fair catch called for and taken just beyond midfield. So no return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. On play action, here's May. This one falls incomplete.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
May trying again here on 2nd. That's taken in by Henry. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Ball at the 33 for first down. To the air yet again, May. Pearsall there to grab it. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 28-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's May. Pearsall on the slant. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Here's Henry on the option. And he doesn't get this one very far. Down to only about the 18. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Here's May. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got 4th down. Trying to throw for it with May. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. From the gun, it's May. Buys time, rolling right. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
Look at the quarterback's eyes. He's looking, he's trying to find a lane of some kind, but there was nowhere to go. And he was lucky to get back to the line before that defense closed in.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Here's May, 3rd and goal. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity of looks in that close, particularly as we get through the 2nd half. But once you have to finish with points.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They've ripped off 4 straight wins, and if this lead holds, that's going to be 5 before we know it. On 1st down, they'll run. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. They get 13 on the pickup, and it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. They give it to him again. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to the well again. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right at the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
A tight end in motion now. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Now 3rd and 5.
Pistol now for Mahomes. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. This offense ready to get going again now. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's on the move. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 38. This one taken in by Baker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. New set of downs for him from the 46. May on 1st and 10. That'll be complete to Gibson. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And they take him down,
Offside.
but there's a flag
Defense.
on the play. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. New set of downs for him at the 38. To the air on 1st down, May. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Back to the air, it's May. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
Into traffic, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. To throw, here's May. Catch made over the middle. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. So score this a win for the Chiefs. And this is exactly how they wanted to go into that bye week, partner, with a victory and some positives to build on in that